Please hold for an emergency message from your United States government. Today, President Kennedy has announced that the Soviets are sending nuclear devices to Cuba. So far, Kennedy has declared naval support. We will be covering each day from now on until this nuclear crisis is over. This is day 3. President Kennedy and the Soviet foreign minister have met up today to talk about Cuba. The Soviet foreign minister has quoted by saying Cuba is defensive and is not a threat to the U.S. This is day 4. President Kennedy has left his scheduled campaign to Ohio and Illinois. He and his advisors are debating over the necessary and appropriate course of action. Day 5. President Kennedy finally decides to deploy naval units to the coast of Cuba. Day 6. General Walter Sweeney says the airstrike could not guarantee 100% of destruction of the missiles. Day 7. Kennedy informs Truman, Eisenhower, and the British Prime Minister, Harold Macmillan, of the crisis at hand. Day 8. Kennedy is reminded that if he is to force fire on any superpowers, it could cause war. Day 9. Chairman Khrushchev says Kennedy is no longer appealing to reason, but to intimidate us. Day 10. Much debating is taking place between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. Adil Stevenson aggressively confronts Soviet Union with evidence of missiles in Cuba. Day 11. An offer is made for the removal of the missiles in exchange for lifting the quarantine and a pledge that the U.S. will not invade Cuba. Day 12. The Soviets have agreed to withdraw the missiles from Cuba in exchange for the removal of the missiles from Turkey, as well as the pledge not to invade Cuba. Day 13. The final day. The Soviets have accepted the proposal, and the 13 days of the Cuban Missile Crisis are over.